Firstly, I would like to say that English isn't my native language, but I love it with all my heart and I want to develop it further and to expand my vocabulary and to speak clearer. So while recording videos, I practice speaking a lot, but I'm not speaking to myself, but to real people who are listening to me. So I also overcome the fear of speaking to real people, and I'm sure that everything will be fine. So I'm going to start. I started YouTube channel and it's been about 2 months, I think, and I want to talk about it in this video a little bit more. And this is not my first attempt, in fact it's my third. The first time I did some random watercolor paintings and tutorials on watercolor. The second time I decided to change my channel to digital drawing, since I haven't been drawing traditional for a long time, and I was also doing some kind of speed paints and tutorials, but on digital illustration and drawing. You won't find any of those videos, I have deleted them, so don't search for it. And each time I started out full of enthusiasm and decided to act, but I got burned out really quick and more fears kept slowing me down, and I quit my YouTube for several years, 2 times. I decided this third attempt would be my last, and I made a plan and set up some kind of time frame. And this time my goal is not to get any subscribers, but to make videos. And this is exactly what I can affect, and making certain amount of videos, I will consider this goal as achieved, and I won't be disappointed, and I won't think about myself in a bad way. In general, what I'm going to be is to be a real person, to discuss and try different things, because I'm curious how it's going to be, and I also don't like the connotation of the word content and the name of everyone who puts anything on the internet, like content creators. My feeling is that content word, it takes out all the creativity and curiosity out of the process, and instead you worry about pleasing the algorithm, holding those users' attention and getting those desired interactions. And I had that experience with my Instagram, and it was enough for me, so I don't want to repeat it here. Maybe that's how I feel about those words, and you don't feel like this. But I don't want to become a content creator in the sense of making a video for the sake of making a video. I really care about the depth content, and I also don't know how to replace those words, content and content creator, so maybe I'll possibly use them. I also want to say that I don't like the words user and interaction. All these kind of words, as I feel it, they are depersonalizes us humans, each unique in its own way, and it makes us some kind of robotic mechanism. Yet the internet and social media were created by people for people. I'm tired of the depersonalization. I'm tired of endless feeds on social media and the competition for the user's attention. So I believe that soon it should change to a more humanist side. Otherwise, we'll go a little bit crazy. And I want to add my voice to that by making some unhurried conversational videos. I don't know how to sit here on the bed without, interrupting myself, and I was feeling not so comfortable, so I decided to lay, and I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. So first and foremost, I want to remain a real person, a real me, which would be not so easy for me as an introvert, but I've noticed that if I'm interested in what's going on, which in the case of my channel, it's art, illustration, and all the psychological aspects of being creative, then it's a lot easier to open up. I would like to experiment and try some kind of different things without fearing that algorithm or subscribers won't like it, to be true to my ideas. And I also think that it's important to talk about it, to bring up topics of self-doubt, lack of faith in yourself, feeling lost in life, and lack of motivation or any kind of goals that you want to head towards to. And generally such topics are relevant not only to creatives but to every person. And I believe it's worth talking about them, because knowing that you are not alone with these thoughts, that other people are experiencing those kind of problems too, all that makes it easier to accept and to make something. And that's how the idea of art podcasts was born. And I have 2 podcasts already. And in the first one, I was talking about how to clean up your thoughts when you're feeling some kind of overwhelm. And in the second podcast, I explored the topic of art confidence and inconfidence, not only about art, but in yourself. I'm going to link those podcasts in the description. And I was having some issues with the sound, and I was trying to make my best to fix those problems, but I didn't manage it, and it wasn't perfect, but I posted it. Now I figured out how to fix those problems, and I think that my voice and my sound would be better in the next videos and podcasts. And I'm still thinking about whether or not to do some kind of tutorials, since I can share my knowledge of drawing and digital illustration, and I can do traditional watercolors, acrylics, inks, and colored pencils as well. But I haven't made up my mind yet, so I'm just thinking about it. And if you're interested, you can share your thoughts in the comments. But what I'm sure about that I want to share is what fills me as an artist and as a person, which can be helpful for you if you're looking for some kind of inspiration. And this includes movies, music, animation, books, modern and classical artists. And I already have such video where I talked about how I do understand a movie called Kiki's Delivery Service by Ghibli Studio, and I'm going to link it in the description too. In general, it seems to me that internet at some point has become more of an exhibition of everything perfect, where everyone seems to be born with the experience and success in their craft. Everyone is so good and all is so easy and simple. Maybe it's in my filter bubble, I don't know. But I think that we shouldn't be afraid to start something and to be bad at it, because in order to go on, you need to enjoy the process and have to faith in yourself, and how to have fun in the process. Believe in yourself if you think that everything should be perfect from the very beginning, but it goes wrong, which is actually normal. Also, I wouldn't say that I'm a very active and positive person. Although I have seen a lot of that here on YouTube, I thought that's why I can't run the channel, because of this and all these crazy thoughts. But I've learned that it's important for me to say though and to say about this, so I don't isolate myself. And I would rather like to have a more lively conversation, but with some kind of useful information, not just empty chit-chat. Meaningful conversation without rush. That's how I would name it. And I would also like to say what I definitely don't want to do. I don't want to chase soulless numbers. This channel will be my space for overcoming perfectionism, for researching issues that worry me, and I know that they worry a lot of people too. And I'm again speaking about psychological aspects of creative life, confidence in your creativity, maintaining of inspiration, burning out, organization of creative life and life in general, making money from it, and keeping those life and work balance. And I hope that you and me, that we can make a kind and supportive community here to encourage each other to create and to explore our creative lives together. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye.